What is up, YouTube? I am Eric and you are watching Retro Video Game Pickups. In this video we head out to the flea market last weekend and find some cool games. So if you like games, consoles, or product reviews, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification. With that being said, let's hop into it. Okay, so I want to say this was all filmed last week. And honestly, it was really fun and we enjoyed it. Now, we all had hand sanitizer. We were using it multiple times while we were at the flea market. And honestly, we were staying away from people. So be safe if you're out hunting. Wear a mask as much as you can. Be respectful to other people as well. So if you go into a thrift store, wear a mask. Not only for your own safety, but for other people's safety as well. Like the people that are working there that have to work, just be respectful of other people as well. So what we're going to do is kind of flip-flop between going to the flea market and coming back here, just because I want to show you guys kind of the stuff that I picked up. So we'll go there, see kind of the stuff, come back here, and then kind of flip-flop back and forth. And then at the end, we'll just kind of come back here and wrap everything up. So with that being said, let's check out what we found at the flea market. Okay, so here we saw some Xbox stuff, original Xbox games at two different places, and I didn't end up picking anything up because it wasn't anything that I needed, or it wasn't something that I couldn't flip and make money on. But then we stumbled upon this booth that had a DS with a bunch of games. Now, I asked him how much for everything, and he told me $5 per game, and never told me how much the console was, so I just kind of put that off to the side. I didn't really want the console anyways, but there was a stack of games and I picked up 3 games that I wanted. I picked up 1 for the collection and then 2 to resell. And the first one, which is the one for the collection, is Lord of the Rings Aragorn's Quest. Now this looks absolutely ridiculous. On the DS, it probably will be a little bit of fun, and so I figured a Lord of the Rings games for $5, that's probably worth it. And then the next 2 games I picked up were good games to resell. And the first one is Mario Kart DS. You guys know, it's a Mario Kart game. It's an awesome game. This is fun, and if you have a DS and you want to play something fun, this is definitely the way to go. And then last but not least, New Super Mario Bros. As well on the DS. Both of these games that are Mario, I had to pick up for $5 each. I'm definitely going to make my money back. So basically, I'm guessing I'll probably sell this for $15, probably about 15 to 20, and then I'll keep this. So I'm gonna make about, let's say, $15, and then be able to have kept that game for free. So totally well worth it for me. Let's keep heading out. Okay, so next we were wandering around. We found a few different places. I found this bundle of, or like the stack of junk, like 3DS and DS games. They were all like games you would never want to pick up. And then we kind of went to this reseller booth. I didn't pick up anything there. The prices are decent there if I was like wanting to get these things, but there wasn't anything that I had to have or that I could resell, so I moved on, obviously. And then across the way I see this guy with a stack of games here, and I found exactly what I wanted. Baldurs Gate Dark Alliance. Now he wanted $10 for it. I offered him 8 and we settled at 9. This is probably about a $20 game. And so I picked it up. I didn't need to pass on it. I think it's in good condition. I looked at the disc and it looks fine. It could probably be resurfaced and not have any issues there. But like I said, it's Baldurs Gate Dark Alliance, and this is about a $20–25 game, and so I had to pick it up, obviously. Okay, so if you have seen any of these flea market videos before, there's usually a few resellers in the mix, and so occasionally I'll go and see what they have. I don't always buy for them, honestly, just because they're resellers and usually their prices are about what they need to be. And so I saw this Wii U stack there. They weren't on display really like all the rest of the games were. They were just in a stack, and so I went and looked it up, looked it over, I guess. And I found one game that I don't have on the Wii U. Now I have it on the Nintendo Switch, but I wanted to have it on both systems, so I picked it up. And that is Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now if you notice, $30 is what it's marked. And most of the time these people do not work with me. I've tried to offer some games for them, and it's never worked out. They always are like, no, sticker price is firm. So I offered $25 just to see, well, what would they say, if they would take it or not, and they ended up taking it. So for $25, I'm glad to be adding this into the collection. Now the case is a little beat up and actually has a cut on it, and so I'm probably just going to switch it into another case, but for $25, getting Breath of the Wild is totally insane. That's such a great game. It's about a $60 game, brand new, and so I would say this is definitely well worth it. I would expect to pay like $35 for this game if I was looking for it, and so for getting this for $25, to me, it's a deal, and I had to do it. Okay, so the last thing I got was a controller in this booth that kind of had a bunch of movies, honestly, and then they had a few games. Nothing worth picking up, but I saw this controller lingering around, and so I wonder what they're gonna take for this. And I noticed when I flipped it on the back, there is no battery pack there, but I've got extra ones, so I'm not too worried about that. And that is this gold Xbox 360 game controller. So the Xbox 360 has a wonderful controller, and I don't have the gold one. So I bought this. It was only $3. I'm not gonna complain about that, and so I'll add this to the collection. Now it doesn't have the back piece like I said, but that's not a big deal. I've got a bunch of those lying around, honestly, and so I'm very, very happy to have picked this up because honestly, it's hard to see because it's really shiny, but for $3, this is a great controller. There was something stuck in the D-pad, like a piece of paper, but I got that out and everything looks good. It works fine. All the buttons are great, so I'm very happy that I picked this up. Okay, so I haven't been to the flea market in what feels to be forever, maybe like 4 or 5 months, maybe a little longer. But we ended up being able to go there, thankfully, just kind of how the circumstances were. So we stopped by and I got some stuff, honestly. I picked up 5 games you guys saw and that controller, and honestly, I'm really stoked about it. I paid $3 for that controller, which is going into my collection. I got that Lord of the Rings game and Zelda Breath of the Wild. Those are both going into my collection. And then Mario Kart DS, Super Mario Bros, and Baldurs Gate will probably be resold. So if you're trying to get those, maybe comment down below and let me know if you want them, because I will probably be selling them in the near future, just to kind of recoup some of the costs. But with that being said, I'm pretty happy about how this all turned out. Honestly, I don't plan on going to the flea market anytime soon. just because of the coronavirus. So if you're going out, be safe, guys. I know you're probably tired of hearing that. Just be safe. That's all that matters. But I want to say thank you so much for watching. Comment down below and let me know what your favorite find of this video was. And also don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification. That way you know when I post more videos, which is every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And one more time, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, be safe, practice social distancing, wash your hands, use hand sanitizer if you can't. All that stuff to be safe, to keep you and your family healthy. So, one last time, thank you so much for watching, and make sure you have a good day.